Hi, and thanks so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Every month I try and give an update on the stock situation and supply chain for the products that we look after and sell on our site, The Tech Geeks. Do head on over there if we can help you with wireless, firewall, or networking stuff. So let's have a little look at those. But first, we're going to give a big shout out to the winner of our competition. They've won $200 of Amazon vouchers or store credit. Do have a look in the comments below to find out the winner, and do watch the end because we will be running another competition this month as well. So let's start with Ubiquiti. Ubiquiti's our good one to start with. All right, we're seeing pretty good supply now in the wireless access point side of things. So wireless 5, we've had some of the AC lights, AC in walls, the AC Pros are generally around. There's no real AC long range. We have the Mesh Pro, but we don't have the AC Mesh. So there's a bit of a struggle on the outside access points, but generally you'll find a lot of the other Wi-Fi 5 points around. But we do have good supply on the wireless 6. So the U6 Mesh, the U6 Pro, the U6 Lite, the U6 long range, even the U6 Enterprise. So we're doing pretty well, and the U6 in-wall. So pretty good, solid supply on the wireless access point side of things. The one thing probably is loud, Ubiquiti is letting us down in is the switching side. It is really difficult to find switches that actually do what we need them to do with the number of ports and the PoE power. The only ones that are really around are the Gen 2 switches. If you're looking for a small switch, the USW Lite 16 PoE is probably your only option, and again that's only got about 45 or 60 watts of power, so it is limited to the number of devices it can provide that PoE power to. If you're looking for something else larger, sometimes we see the 24 port PoEs in, but again they've only got 95 watts of power, so often pushed up to the Pro model, which are quite difficult to get hold of. 48 port PoE and Pro are possible, but again, supply is pretty hit and miss. I'm hoping that maybe February, March next year, we're going to see a little bit more supply in those Gen 2 switches, and maybe when we start to hit May or so, maybe we'll see some Gen 1 back. I don't really know, but we are really missing decent wattage PoE switches in that lower port, and I know that many many customers are looking for alternatives, maybe Ruijie or TP-Link or those type of things. G4 Doorbell Pro, many people are asking us about those, and the chimes and the USB adapter for the Doorbell Pro. We haven't made a massive song and dance because we are only getting small quantities, but you can pre-order. We are only listing to our website when we know that Ubiquiti has let the product out to us. We are buying this from all over the world directly from Ubiquiti in many different countries. So the price isn't as hot as it will be maybe April, May next year. Depending on what the exchange rates are like, but we do have stock. So what you buy, we do actually have our hands on. So that's the chime, the PoE to USB-C adapter, and the Doorbell Pro. So do have a look at the Tech Geeks for those. Got some other new products coming. The G5 range of cameras. They're 2K cameras. They do a resolution, I think, of 2688 times 1512. 30 frames a second. We've got the G5 Flex, the G5 Dome, and the G5 Bullet currently slated to come out. So do keep an eye out for those. I'm probably sure we won't see those in main supply until May or so next year, 2023. What other vendors we've got? TP-Link, great alternative. Many people are moving to TP-Link Armada. If you're used to the controller in Ubiquiti, then you get pretty much the same thing there when it comes to TP-Link. They have an on-site controller that you can buy. They have their cloud offering. They've got pretty good number of switches, routers, and access points. They've got outside access points in the wireless 5 range as well. So pretty good and worthwhile having a look. Pretty good supply chain there. Aruba Instant On. Again, the higher port PoE switches are a little bit more difficult to get hold of. The access points, there's only about 4 or 5 of those in circulation. The numbers are not high, but they're generally acceptable to get hold of. So we're not doing too badly there. Draytech, if you're looking for wireless access points, there's generally not a bad supply on those. Good options on the wireless and wired routers that they've got. So again, keep an eye on that. Then we've got Reyee. A lot of customers are looking for this as an alternative because it's got between 3 and 5 years warranty. Great switches, high port wattage on those, even down at the 5-port switches. Good stock availability, fantastic performance on their wireless bridges and their access points. So do have a look at some of our other videos if you're interested in those, but good supply line for those. So that's probably a large percentage of our wireless vendors, like we talked about: TP-Link, Ubiquiti, Aruba, Draytech, and Reyee. Let's have a look at some of our firewall vendors. This is pretty good, I think, if you're sticking to the lower end models. So let's start with Fortinet. So if you're looking at 40F, 60F, 100, generally pretty good supply. Don't buy them bundled. Make sure you buy the hardware and then the software separately. Don't go the wireless models. There are a few of their wireless access points available, so you could add that on, but stick with the non-wired. Even if they're not in stock, generally it's only about a 10 to 14 day turnaround time. So pretty solid there from Fortinet. WatchGuard, pretty good. Easily get hold of their wireless 6 access points. Look, they're missing some of the trusted wireless features that they had. They've actually moved away from badging somebody else's access points to building their own, so they're having to rebuild all of the software on their access points, but they have great availability, and next year we're going to see all of those features coming back for generally all of their range of devices, whether they be rack mount or desktop. Pretty good supply, even if they're not in stock. Again, sort of 10 to 14 days for WatchGuard, and even being able to get their units like the T20, T40 with wireless built in is pretty easy. In fact, we generally have quite a large stock of those available on our website. What have we got? SonicWall. SonicWall, just bumble along. There's plenty of devices around. Again, allowing yourself, up to 21 days delivery. I would probably stay away a lot of the time from the wireless models again, to make sure that you get the stock that you need, but order ahead. Certainly still possible with them. Sophos, again, XGS 87, pretty good. The 107 is a bit hit and miss. That's probably the first decent usable unit in the range, but it can be, if you'd probably allow about 3 weeks, they generally come back into circulation. But those other desktop models, the 126, the 136, generally fairly quickly resupplied. And as we start to move to the 2100 and 2300, again, just allow yourself 2 or 3 weeks for stuff that's not there. If you're looking for their switches, those are a little bit more hit and miss, but can be got hold of. Access points for Sophos are fairly good as well. All right, so Meraki, Cisco Meraki, again, we've got some high delivery times, 100+ days on many of those items. Do think ahead. There are alternatives. We can help you find some of those alternatives if you get in contact. So there we go. We've done Fortinet, we've done WatchGuard, we've done SonicWall, we've done Sophos, we've had a quick look at Meraki. The supply chain is getting a little bit better. I'm not sure how long it will sustain us. We do remember we're heading into the Christmas period. We'll see shipments into Australia slow in January and February. So I think probably by February we'll have some shortages again. So buy ahead. There's some good deals to have now to buy ahead of this, because we're just going to get caught in that a little bit. And hopefully maybe March, April, we'll start to see supply happening again. So hopefully that's just a quick run through of where we see the market right now. Look, we're running another competition. It's really simple. All you need to do is comment on the videos. I'm quite happy with any comments. Get involved in the conversation. More than happy to advise where we can. More than happy to listen to being told what I can do better. Many people do, and I'm not offended by that. So please share our videos around. Like us on one of the social media platforms if that's your thing. Each one of those gets you a chance to enter into the competition. Another $200 of Amazon vouchers or store credit from the Tech Geeks is available to you if you win. So subscribe, stay up to date, and thanks for popping by.